I'm pleased to announce that we have some good news. Not easy to achieve in today's insane woke society, but apparently, according to a recent poll, only 18% of British people are ashamed of our history. Now, I think that that is quite an achievement personally, especially when you consider the amount of brainwashing that's been going on in the education system and across the media. Quite a good result. It just goes to show that not everyone is a sheep who reads something in the papers or hears something on the news or listens to something in the education system and believes it 100%. Not everyone is conned by the current woke agenda that is going around. This was a very interesting poll because it was polling the British, asking them about what they think of the current state of the country. Needless to say, there weren't very impressive results, or should I say impressed results. So the good news, as I said, is the fact that 18% of people polled were ashamed of Britain's history. 45% cheered Britain's history, and rightly so, because we have so much to be proud of. And for every Brit embarrassed about our past, more than 2 were proud. Absolutely fantastic news. Media needs to take note of that. Education system needs to take note of that. Just goes to show not everyone's falling for it. Now, in this poll as well, they were asking people, do they think Sunak or Starmer would make a better leader? And Sunak just about managed to scrape a win over Starmer. He got 26% and Starmer got 24%. It seemed to me like the poll was kind of trying to peddle this as a victory. Personally, I don't really see it as much as a victory. They're pretty much neck and neck, which kind of tells you about what the people are thinking of these two. There is a lot of popularity with their Rwanda scheme and a lot of widespread anger about the boat issue. So this is something that is on people's minds. A lot of people think that the government isn't really dealing with it properly. And I would agree, and many people would agree with this, because it hasn't been dealt with properly. Now, 73% of Tory voters are proud of the history of this country compared with Labour voters, but it's interesting because 26% of Labour voters are proud of the country and only 33% are not proud. So if you put that all together, you're looking at a country that's pretty proud of its history. So quite a revelation. As I said, there was only a few thousand people who were polled, but I think it is a bit telling in itself. And it just goes to show that people are thinking for themselves, which is fantastic. People are rejecting the ongoing thrusting in this country where they're trying to force us to believe something, force us to hate our country, force us to hate our history. People are rejecting it. And it doesn't surprise me, because Britain is a nation of people who do think for themselves. You know, we're not the type of people who blindly follow authority, blindly follow the government. We have it in us to be individuals and question when we know that something isn't quite right. And we stand up for ourselves and we stand up for our beliefs. And that is part of the freedom and democracy that we have been gifted with throughout many centuries. And it's still in our blood. It's still in us. And that is something to be proud of in itself.
Have you got what it takes to be a reasoned presenter? Well, send us a short clip of yourself to join@reasoned.uk and we might be seeing you on this very channel very soon indeed.